Hey everyone, and welcome back. For Vlogmas Day 11, I wanted to share something a little different, a little more reflective. We're going to look at a simple clipping that honestly holds a universe of wisdom, which feels so perfect for this time of year. It's all about how we can find some really profound meaning in our everyday lives. So, let's get into it. So our source today is this really beautiful, simple image and the words that go with it. You see this tree all lit up against the darkness. It's such a perfect metaphor for the holiday season, right? It just reminds me of how these simple moments, these simple words, can shine a huge light on some really deep truths. And that's our theme today, finding the miraculous in what seems totally ordinary. Okay, here's the full quote from Lemony Snicket. Just take a second to let that sink in. What I love is that it asks us to completely re-examine what we even think a miracle is. It's not pointing to these huge, dramatic events. Nope. It's pointing to the simple, profound pillars of a good life: friendship, food, and passion. So let's break down what that really means. As lovers of language and culture, you and I know that words have immense power. The absolute brilliance of this passage is how it takes one single, really powerful word, miracle, and asks us to look at it through a completely new lens. To really get this, let's nerd out on the etymology for a second, because it's so cool. The word miracle actually comes from the Latin miraculum, which means an object of wonder. See? Snicket isn't talking about impossible, supernatural events. He's pulling the word right back to its original root. He's suggesting that the real objects of wonder are the things that are already all around us. So the quote kind of unfolds like a flower, and it gives us three core miracles of the everyday. Let's look at the very first one, which is maybe the most profound of them all: the miracle of human connection. And notice the specific wording here: true friends, not just acquaintances, not followers. In a world with billions of people, finding someone who genuinely sees you and gets you, well, that's an incredibly rare thing. Isn't that, by its very definition, an object of wonder? You know, thinking of friendship as a miracle isn't just a sweet thought. It totally reframes a fundamental human need. That connection is the bedrock of our happiness, of our ability to get through tough times. And when we take it for granted, we're overlooking one of the biggest sources of strength we have in our lives. So from the emotional, the quote moves to the physical. The second miracle grounds us in our most basic, fundamental reality: the simple gift of sustenance. This line is it's so simple, but it hits so hard. In a world where so many people go without, the simple act of eating a meal, of feeling nourished, that is a profound blessing. It's a reminder to just pause and feel gratitude for the very thing that's keeping us alive. And having enough food, it's not just about biology, right? It's about being part of this huge, invisible chain of effort, from the earth itself, to the farmer, to the person at the grocery store. To be sustained really means to be held and cared for by the world in a very real, tangible way. It's a daily miracle we take part in every single time we eat. Okay, so from our physical needs, Snicket then elevates us to the needs of the soul. This third miracle is all about that deep fulfillment that comes from living a life filled with purpose and passion. I love how this is framed. Aligning your life with what you love, whether that's your job, a hobby, or just time with your family, it's not presented as some goal you have to hustle for or a luxury for the lucky few. He calls it a miracle. The quote is, "defining an authentic life as a true object of wonder." And here we are, back at our image. When you get to spend your time doing what you truly love, your life becomes just like this tree. It starts to illuminate from within. You become your own source of light and beauty, a canvas that you get to design yourself. So, recognizing these miracles is one thing, but the quote doesn't just leave us there, which is what I love about it. It gives us a really clear, actionable way to cultivate this sense of wonder, not just during the holidays, but in every season of our lives. It's a simple three-step process. It's so good. First, we share these stories. We talk about our amazing friends, our good food, the things we love to do. Second, we take the time to consciously think about them, to actually label them in our minds as miracles. And third, we express gratitude. This isn't passive at all. It's an active practice that can completely change our perspective on everything. So I guess the ultimate takeaway is this: by redefining the word miracle, not as something impossible, but as something worthy of our wonder, we can find this incredible sense of gratitude in the life we already have. Which brings us to the final question I want to leave with you. What are the quiet miracles lighting up your world right now? Thanks for watching.